Getting pumped. Oh shit, it's live. I'm scared.
Ah!
I'm just
You you hit the live button. I was rubbing my belly. What's wrong with you?
Is that what you do for good luck?
Yeah,
How,
it didn't
how's that?
look like I was rubbing my belly, man. It looked like it looked like there was something else going on over here.
It looked like you were starting a fire, if you know what I'm saying.
I was starting a fire. It smells like it too.
Yeah. Just gonna start this fire right here, get it going.
Oh, baby, you light my fire.
Come on, baby. I'm not gonna sing. That's a bad idea.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Holy shit!
Holy shit balls.
This has been an awesome week.
Has it?
No.
Has it? No? Lying to me? It hasn't even been a
Yeah.
week since we've done this last.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll start this. Hey everyone, it's Monday. Hooray! I guess.
Almost not to be.
Almost not to be
It's almost
Monday.
finally over.
This is the Extra Live Show. I'm your host, Kyle McCauley. Today, with me, as always, I'm joined by the other Kyle, Kyle Penrod.
Heyo!
Hey-o!
Heyo!
Kyle, how are you doing today?
Um,
Or tonight, if I should say.
Today, tonight, whatevs. I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually, for once, not tired before we started this. So, and I don't know why, because I had a terrible night last night. But, you know,
What'd you do last night?
I got up every other hour
Oh,
all
that's
night.
the worst. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Well, the dog wakes me up, because he's got to go to the bathroom, and you can't ignore that. Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and then yeah, it was, and then I haven't gone to the gym for a week, so I'm pissed about that.
You're just paying them money to say that you can go to the gym. That's what you're doing.
Well, last week for me was pretty bad, dude. Like, I I worked, I probably worked like 60 hours last week. Uh, so yeah, but
That's
that's neither here nor there, and these people don't give a shit.
I
So,
don't have a rebuttal for that. I gotta tell you, I'm just depressed now. Thanks.
why?
I don't know because I remember when I worked 60 hours a week and that was never fun.
Yeah.
So I don't wish that on anybody. If you
Well, I'm not doing it again this week. I can tell
yeah,
you that.
I just want to let everyone know if you're working a job that requires you to work 60 hours a week for whatever reason, fucking quit that job. I don't care how good the money is. It's not worth it. It is not worth it. That being said, I forgot where I was going with this, so I'm gonna start this over again. Kyle, how you doing?
Well, they already see it. We're live.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
We
Well,
all know how I'm doing. I'm always doing great.
that's right, because you are great. Except for that thing that you told me right before we started, which I'm not going to mention.
You're too sensitive. You're just too sensitive.
I am sensitive, you know.
You can't be that sensitive.
It's a rough world out there. I don't,
Yeah, it's a rough world over in Ferguson, fucking Missouri.
Let's
Check that shit out if you haven't heard about it. That's like a short jaunt over the river from where we're at.
it's a stone's throw. I grew up over in that area. I grew up in Florissant and Spanish Lake.
Ah, okay,
So
that's what's wrong with you.
yeah, it explains everything. Yeah, so that's if anyone's been reading the news recently, that's what's been going on around here. That was pretty crazy. Um, but let's not get political here because let's be honest, I don't know dick about politics, and this has nothing to do with politics. But I'm liable to step on somebody's toes, so how do we start this? I've been going through this groove of how do I start the show? Because we used to always just kind of start the other show, into what we've been playing, but it never feels right doing it on this one. It just feels like I'm forcing it. So we're looking for new cameras, because
Oh yeah.
obviously this live stream, like the jankiness of it is
Looks like piss.
yeah, this is terrible. This is unacceptable.
No,
So
can't do it.
we're looking for new cameras there.
I like how the thing originally started. You were like, don't worry about the video. We're not worried about the video. We're just capturing the audio. The video is just a side thing. And like 4 episodes in, we're like, we need new camera.
Yeah, well, because when I started this, I just wanted this to be a means to get an audio, an audio version of the podcast going. But I thought it'd be fun to do it like in a live stream because then if anybody wants to watch it while it's happening and possibly like contribute, that'd be really neat. Um, and like I still want this to be like an audio podcast, and it's going to be an audio podcast, but I'm really enjoying like the liveness of it, Um, that's I don't it's like really cool, and like having Kenny on last week with his superior camera and just like watching him be able to
Just
move.
both off.
Yeah, like he's moving around in his shot, and like you can tell that he's an actual person and not like a cardboard cutout that's just being like
Yeah, really.
that was really cool. So that kind of pissed me off that I look like shit on here, and I can't have my guest one up us. That's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
So
Bad. Bad.
But yeah, this is episode 0.4. And I said last week, I think we're only going to go to 0.5, and then we'll finally start on episode 1 and move up from there. So
You putting too much pressure on me?
what if
I can't handle it. The pressure. There's too much pressure.
It's all right, Kyle. Nobody watches these anyway.
Nah, nobody gives a shit.
We're just talking into the abyss.
You know what I want? I want comments. I like it when people hate on us. And we don't have any comments. I think I posted a comment on there. I was like, "Man, you guys look like shit."
I gotta tell you, we do get some comments, and I tell you that specifically because I know the people who have been commenting. They'd be very upset right now that you're discrediting them.
Okay, where's the comments? I'm looking. I don't see any damn comments. No comments yet on number 3. All right, and we're gonna go back to number 2.
I'll find it. I know it's on here.
Okay, there's Tanks and Kenny.
That's that's Will, that's you, and Kenny. That's on episode 2 or 0.2. This is quality entertainment, by the way. I just want to point that out.
What's that?
Us looking at the video and explaining who commented on what. It's quality entertainment.
So yeah, okay, we've got 4 episodes and 3 comments, and one of them's me.
No, we've had 5 comments, and we get a few random things that pop up on Google Plus and whatnot. But I'm not a whole lot of people are watching this, but I think a good amount of people are watching this and enjoying it. And at the end of the day, that's all that really matters to me is that people are finding interest in this at least. So we did set up a Twitch account, and I did stream some Doom 3 gameplay earlier or over the weekend. So if you want to check that out.
Yay, Doom 3.
Yeah. If you just search for Extra Lives Show, all one word, on Twitch. I gotta mute that before it gets fucking nuts in here. I really don't like Twitch as a website just yet. I'm navigating my way around it. I really don't like it. But if you go to our past broadcasts, you can watch me play some Doom. I'm not talking over it or anything like that. But it was just kind of me testing the stream, and my PC kind of sucks at it, but I got it running well enough that it works. So, and now you have my password, so feel free to upload anything you'd like on there, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some stuff on there.
You're gonna fucking just fill it with Risk of Rain and League and WoW matches. Like, let's be serious here. I just said WoW matches. I know. Like, I just said what the fuck am I talking about?
WoW's an MMO, Kyle. There are no matches. It just goes on for fucking ever. Jeez.
Calm down, neckbeard. Calm down. It'll be okay.
I don't have a neck beard. I have a chin beard.
You have a majestic beard.
Not anymore. I cut it. So like.
It's still there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I left this.
Hmm.
Like, I want this to get long enough to be able to braid.
That will eventually happen with how you're going on it. So,
What are you talking about? I comb it.
all right. So with that, I guess
So yeah,
that's
we don't have a lot to talk about this week because
yeah.
it's only been a few days since we last broadcasted because we got it late last week. So this is going to be rambly, I'll bet, and
I
kind
just
of
I
loose,
I just want to point out.
talking
Oh
about our
jeez.
beards.
Um,
Uh-oh.
what the hell's his name? Will just commented on this particular video as it's happening, and I'll let you read that.
Okay. I'm gonna go get him.
So
I'm gonna get him.
see, people watch the show. People watch the show. I know
What?
of 2 people who
Will?
watch the show constantly. 3 people.
Is Will an actual people?
He's an actual person. In fact, given the free time and whatnot, we may have him on as a guest. I'm telling you.
Comment. I downvoted that. I hit the thumbs down. Fuck you, Will.
Don't do that. You're terrible. All right, are you ready to start the show now? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling warmed up. I feel like you're a good warm-up comic.
Oh, you staring at me, you freak.
So, Kyle, what have you been playing? What have you been playing this week?
Holy hell, nothing. So yeah, welcome to the gaming podcast. No,
You didn't play the game?
I didn't play any games except for World of Warcraft. No, I didn't.
You
I
have
know.
a problem.
I don't have a problem.
I'm very disappointed in you.
I had. I'll tell you what I had.
Yeah, you better tell me.
And,
It better be a good explanation.
and if you shut the fuck up, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I had. I had a 6-day work week, and on Sunday, my one day off, I just wanted to. I zoned out on WoW, and that was it. Oh, and Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone.
So, you played WoW in card form.
Yeah, basically. I played WoW Magic in card. Yeah, WoW. Yeah, WoW Magic. That's what it is. Dude, it's got the exact same mechanics.
I mean, it's a card game though. Like, I mean, how different can the mechanics be? At the end of the day, like,
Right, but like they could have come up with something else, dude. Like it.
sorry, I was repositioning the mic.
You all right over there?
Yeah.
It dude, it's a yeah, it's a Magic clone, dude. It really is. I mean, it's I mean, they could have come up with something. The only thing you don't have to worry about in this game, it is a little bit easier to play than Magic because, like, I keep thinking that your camera took a shit.
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Fuck.
I am still here.
It's easier. Okay, stop. Will, you know this guy? Fucking shoot him for me, okay? So it's a little bit easier than Magic because you don't have to manage like your like mana cards. You just get points to use every turn, and like every turn that goes, every turn that passes, you get more points. And the first turn, you only have 1 point, so you can only cast shit with a single casting cost.
Mm-hmm.
And second turn 2 points, third turn 3 points, so on and so forth, up to 7. So the highest casting cost cards are like 7. But yeah, it's I mean that's the only thing that they really changed, like because in Magic you can just keep thunking down mana cards, and like I tap 20 mana cards and play like a million things, right? Oh, and you don't have to discard your cards. You can have your entire deck in your hand in Hearthstone. But see, I'm trying to work up. See, the thing is, I haven't played Hearthstone in a while, so I'm trying to get to the new expansion that just came out, the Curse of Naxxramas. or Nax. I always call it Nax because I rated it as Nax in World of Warcraft. So, um,
I'm
but
really sorry that
everything
I
else,
go ahead.
what?
I said I'm really sorry that I don't know half of what you're talking about, and I'm following along, but I'm also lost. But continue.
What is the problem?
No, you were specifically. So what was the name of the new Hearthstone expansion? Is it an
Oh, the
expansion?
expansion is Curse of Naxxramas.
Yeah, I
Naxxramas was a raid in World of Warcraft.
see, and I kept seeing, I kept seeing news stories about the expansion and whatnot. And I was like, where do they fucking come up with these names and whatnot? And like, I had no idea that it was a raid and um, WoW. Which, granted, I mean, still, where do they come up with these fucking names? But like, it's like, it's mind-boggling for me to like listen to you talk about WoW the way that you do because I don't understand anything of it, and the fact that like they keep this universe kind of like throughout. I didn't even know that WoW was like that closely related to like Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. Let alone Hearthstone. It's just
Oh
it's
yeah,
crazy.
everything Warcraft is interrelated.
Hmm.
I mean, in um in World of Warcraft, you got to play through what the events that happened in Warcraft 3.
Really, like just like from a different perspective.
Yeah, as a Horde character, as a member of the Horde or a member of the Alliance, just like you did in Warcraft 3. It just wasn't a isometric RTS style game. It was a MMO.
Huh. That's very interesting.
I mean, it was the exact same events.
Right,
Yeah,
just different.
like
Well, I mean, yeah, different play style.
right. So, um, and then obviously went past that, because um,
All the expansions and whatnot.
actually not all of the events. Like right at the end of Warcraft 3 is pretty much where World of Warcraft takes off. So
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
but they're pretty good with their lore. Like they reference their old games and stuff. Like they reference things that happened in the Tides of Darkness, which is Warcraft 2. And the shit that happened. Not so much Warcraft 1,
Really.
because Warcraft 1 didn't really have a lot of story. It was just an RTS.
Hmm.
That was their game that made Blizzard. So it was uber popular on DOS.
Oh, y'all remember DOS?
Yeah.
Nobody remembers DOS.
I'll give you 2 points if you can tell me what DOS stands for.
Uh,
Don't look it up.
Disk operating system.
You knew that.
No, I just kind of took a guess. I figured OS was operating system, and I figured it ran on a disk, a hard disk. I mean, not an actual compact disk or anything like that.
It was a floppy.
A floppy.
It's a floppy disk.
It was
So
probably
yeah,
probably one of the giant floppies.
yeah. So yeah, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone for me.
Hmm. I think I asked you this when you were over the other day, but what am I trying to say?
Who knows?
So you didn't like Miss Pandaria, did you? Like, how far did you even get into that expansion?
The Heart of Fear raid.
Hmm.
So about, I want to say about 6 months into that X pack, I think,
I
and
don't
then
know
I
what that
quit.
would equate to. Like, would you say that that was like
That's
a
halfway
third,
through.
half? Okay,
Yeah, that's about halfway through.
yeah.
Well, not halfway through, like, because it's been running for 3 years.
Hmm. Hmm. No, it's only been about 2 years because I remember I think it was 2012 when it came out.
Okay, yeah, September 2012.
Hmm.
I quit middle of the year. Oh wow.
Middle of the year 2013.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's not that long ago.
Yeah, it seems like a lot longer actually, because I remember I re-upped last December, played for a day, and then said "fuck this."
I remember that too.
Um, but then and then haven't played since then, so that was 8 months ago. But yeah, no, a buddy of mine, his kid started playing it,
Mm-hmm.
because he found out that it's free to play. There's free to play servers for a while now. Um,
Isn't it like only free for the first like so many levels or
20
something? 20
levels, yeah.
levels? Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking about an 8-year-old kid though, so I mean that's gonna capture his attention quite well
Mm-hmm.
for a little while. And then Dwayne started he was watching him play, and he started getting the bug, and then he to play, and he was like, "Hey, you want to play some WoW?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So
Here
leveling
we
up
are.
leveling up alliance characters, which I'm not so happy about because I hate the freaking alliance.
Oh, everybody hates the Alliance. Am I right?
No,
I don't know.
plenty of children love the alliance. Fucking kids. God damn it. Will, what do you play? I gotta yell it so he can hear me. Um,
He'll hear it like a minute from now and
yeah.
reply to me probably.
Um, yeah. So,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's cool. I look forward to hearing more about it. I hope it's good for you.
I thought about streaming my gameplay.
You should.
Um, but I don't know. It gets
Yeah.
boring. I mean, when you're leveling, dude, you're just running around doing fucking quests, and it's not
That's
that interesting. So,
streamer raid, man. You know.
well, I'm not rating. I'm
Uh,
nowhere near. I got
oh,
to get my skill back up, dude.
yeah.
I'm rusty. Plus, my guild is no more.
Like
Um,
completely disbanded.
yeah, they're at this point pretty much.
Oh wow.
Um, fuck you, Kenny. I want to play the damn horde. You shit. Don't he's messaging me on Sky or on Steam. Uh,
You have Kenny messaging you on Steam. I have
yeah.
Will messaging me on Steam. This is
You know what we need to do? Okay, this is what we need to do for this right now. Well, not right now, but for the next one, we need to make a Chatango.
Chatango.
So
What is that?
it's a chat room.
Okay.
So that everybody can go to that and comment and shit. That way, you're that way we both see the comments.
Mhm.
Because it's no
Well,
fun if you react and then you have to tell me, what's going on. So anyway, that's
yeah, I've that's
neither here
another
nor
thing
there.
about the show I've been trying to figure out is how to because I know I you can get chat on here, um, but it's I don't know, it's kind of weird. So I don't know how to get people on here without it trying to like bring them into the call. Um,
I don't think you can.
so yeah, I don't know. Look for that in the coming weeks. You know, maybe we might have a second thing up and working. And now I have three people messaging me, so we got to figure something
Wow.
out.
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, we gotta. Okay, people. So next week we're having a chat room. You're going there.
You guys can all talk to each other and quit talking to me, damn it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your fucking excuses. um, so yeah, we'll figure something out.
So, uh,
Um,
hold up.
hold up. Oh, did you mute yourself? Okay, so welcome to Kyle's Quiet Hour. I'm Kyle, and today I want to talk to you all about Doom 3. And have you heard from our Lord and Savior Doom 3 and the great game that it is, and the great game that it tries to be, and I got nothing. I'm I'm not an actor by any stretch of the imagination. So we're gonna sit here patiently until Kyle comes back. That was fun. I'm having a good time. How about you guys? I get to watch it happen because I'm watching the live stream. So I'm kind of watching it with you, but you won't see this part until after it's already happened. So it's gonna be kind of weird. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh
you're
my god.
entertaining.
I know, right?
Uh, yeah, my cousin just came. My cousin just came in. Apparently, he's sick, and I couldn't hear what he was saying because I had the headset on and stuff.
Did
So
did he Ralph? Did he Ralph all over the carpet?
he said something about puking. So
Was
I don't know.
was he like Ralph? His name is
Yeah.
Ralph.
Um. So yeah, we'll figure that out later. But
Well, you'll know whenever you walk into the bathroom and there's just vomit everywhere. So
yeah,
enjoy that cleanup. Well, I just want to say
uh,
thanks for
he's
leaving
a
me.
grown ass man. I won't be doing it.
That's true. Well, thanks for leaving me hanging there.
I'm
I did.
sorry. I had to go,
That's
dude. I heard. I thought there was something like seriously important that needed my attention.
yeah. No, it's totally all right. I did that to you.
Because I leaned over and I was like I'm recording, and then he didn't stop. So I was like, oh shit, there's something's going on. So
You didn't stop.
well, I mean,
I'm thinking of a Simpsons episode. I'm sorry, as you know me.
you're the
Like
fucking Simpsons, man.
it's the best show of all time. That's what.
I no
Yes.
no
Yes.
no Fraggle
Yes.
Rock.
Really? We're gonna have this conversation right now? You're gonna sit here and tell me that Fraggle Rock is better than the fucking Simpsons? I'm sorry. Is Fraggle Rock on the air anymore? Is it?
No, because it would be like a million years old now, dude.
Because it sucks.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh, I see. South Park. Go fuck yourself.
What?
South Park.
South Park is also a great show, but
Beats the shit out of The Simpsons.
even though South
The
Park
shit, Kyle.
has had many a great episodes, it still does not come close to the 10 great seasons that we had of The Simpsons, and nothing ever will. Now, I'm not trying to say that The Simpsons is still like awesome because it's taken a huge fucking shit. But those first 10 seasons, man, there was no TV better. Nothing.
Hmm.
So video games, right?
What's that?
Well, there are these little doodads that you play on your television or your computer or what have you. And I've been playing Half-Life 2, which you were supposed to play, but apparently didn't fucking feel like it.
Excuse me. I didn't.
Oh man, so I've been playing Half-Life 2, and I've actually gotten pretty far in it, and I guess I want to start this out with Kyle. How much do you remember of Half-Life 2?
I remember. Well, I mean, I remember quite a bit. It hasn't been that long since I last played that game. A bit, like I don't think I think the last time I played it, I think I stopped like right before you got to the boat thing. You know where you were driving around the
Oh,
boat.
yeah. I think the level itself is called Water Hazard.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Dude, freaking rockets and shit. They shoot you down.
Hmm
Um, but
You've beat Half-Life 2,
that's
right?
yes, I've beaten Half-Life 2. Yeah. It's been a while. Because I'm pretty sure the last time I beat it was like just a little bit after it came out,
Okay.
like after I got it. So, and I remember getting
Um,
that game on CD, like
what's that?
5 CDs
I've never
too.
heard of that.
Yeah,
Um, do you remember the ending or anything like that? Do you remember much of the story?
I got to tell you, right now I am not remembering that ending, so I'm actually quite looking forward to playing through that again.
Yeah.
So I can see that so I can see what the ending's going to be. I have a sneaking suspicion though I'm going to get there, like getting towards the end of the game, and I'll be like, oh yeah, duh,
Oh,
you know.
duh. Well, it's all right because there's also episode 1 and episode 2, which you never played. Um, which episode 2 ends on an awesome cliffhanger, which is what has made the wait for episode 3 like so painful. You know, what are you typing? What are you typing?
Nothing. Um,
I just hit a bunch of random keys. It's cool.
yeah, I do that. I just sit here and hit the buttons.
Yeah.
Um, I never played the episodes.
Mhm.
I have them, but I never played them.
Mhm.
I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. Because they had that Lost Coast or something like that,
Yes.
and it was nothing.
Yes.
Like it was a bullshit like nothing level, and I thought that's what the other ones were like.
Mhm.
So I was just like, well, that was whatever.
Yeah.
But
Well, I am here to
apparently they're
tell
not.
you. Yes, I'm here to. I'm not even 100% sure what Lost Coast was because I've never touched it. In fact, until just recently, I've only ever played Half-Life on a console,
Uh,
which may be sacrilege, but at least I played them.
from what I remember, the Lost Coast one was like um, an experiment with better graphics or something like that.
Hmm.
Like it was supposed to be like better than the game's graphics or
Yeah.
something. I don't. If I'm probably remembering wrong, and I'm sure somebody will pop up on my screen here and tell me that I'm retarded. Whoever's watching, but
No, I remember reading about like that was the purpose of that because if I recall correctly, like it was like released free, but, like if you already own the game or something like that. I don't remember.
yes, it was.
Yeah. Whereas episode like Half-Life 2 episode 1 and 2 were released as downloadable episodes, essentially DLC before DLC was really like
Right, a
a
thing.
thing. I mean, it was, but it wasn't at the same. It's not what it is today. So, um,
Oh
I
yeah,
did.
I was correct. It was showcasing the high dynamic range rendering implemented in the Source engine. That's
Yeah,
exactly what it
yeah,
was. It was to show off the graphics. Yeah,
yes. So,
like, because you can't see the graphics by playing the game.
mhm.
You need a showcase thing after you've played the game. You know.
so, so yeah, I played. This is actually kind of nuts. So I played Half-Life 2 back when it came out in '04, and I played it on the original Xbox. And this is like this is like right when Halo 2 was coming out. Also, if I remember correctly, like Half-Life 2 and Halo 2 came out like within the same week or within the same month. I know it was definitely both November. Um, Actually, I don't know if the Xbox 4 was like the same month, but either way. So I played it and I beat it on there, and I remember like getting sucked into it like hardcore. And I don't think I would have said it at the time, but I think I had much more fun playing Half-Life 2 than I did Halo 2. Even though Halo 2 obviously had a better multiplayer experience, like story-wise, like Half-Life 2 is where it was at,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's kind of true for like just almost like I don't know, like any FPS kind of like Half-Life. The Half-Life story is like fucking amazing, and like I don't mean to like gloat about Valve's writing or anything of that sort, but like they always leave a good enough mystery kind of going on that you don't really. It's kind of like a weird David Lynch film where you don't know exactly what's going on, but you're really intrigued. You know, like there's a surface level of what's going on, but then there's like who is the G-man and why does he keep pulling you out? You know.
Yeah, it's and I like I remember getting quite creeped out by it too at certain points, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's their writing is definitely great. Um, so you know, I can't wait for Half-Life 3.
Hmm. I like seriously though, you've got to go and play those episodes. Like episode one is all right. It's not that amazing. It's just kind of like Half-Life 2.1. You know,
Right.
it like literally just kind of continues everything that you were doing in Half-Life 2 for a couple of hours now. But episode 2 like kind of changes it up a little bit. You're like put in like different locales. Like you're actually outside a whole lot more. You know, if I remember right, like the weapons you get are a little bit different. And that ending, man, that ending is like such a cliffhanger, and I really wish that I could talk about it and spoil it a little bit. You know, but I didn't see it coming, and when it happened, I was just like, "What the fuck?"
You're talking about the ending to episode 2.
Episode 2, because
Okay.
the ending to Half-Life 2, although I thought was like really kind of well done, was kind of like it kind of just was like, all right, well, everything you did in here, who knows if it fucking worked or not, because I'm picking you back up and I'm putting you back in stasis. Thanks, Mr. Freeman.
Mm.
You know, or however fucking G-Man says it. I can't do his talk. His talk is weird. He's like,
Yeah, I don't even.
hello,
I'm not even.
doorman.
I'm not even recalling his voice. Actually, the most that as we're talking about it, and I'm thinking about it, the most that I'm recalling out of that game is um that stupid helicopter that starts shooting at you at one point, and the like poverty stricken like town that you start in.
Yeah, City 17.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Um, you know, like the sites around there because I remember when I got that game and finally got it installed, I ended up having a scratch CD, had to go back to the store, was all kinds of pissed off. I ended up with two keys to the game because of that. Came back, installed it finally after like an hour or so, finally got it all going and everything, got in that game, and I was just like, oh my god, look at this shit. And I just
Nice.
remember walking around looking at stuff in City 17 for quite some time.
Hmm.
So,
Um, Yeah, that whole like start to that game, it was really weird starting that game back up and just realizing like how much it doesn't hold your hand, but how much it like makes perfectly clear and obvious what you need to do. Specifically, like you start out, you get off the train, and you're just like kind of walking through, and Barney like finds you. He's like one of the guards now, and he's like, you know, hey, you got to go find Dr. Kleiner. So you're kind of like jumping through stuff and moving around and whatnot. And like, if this was like a modern day game, like a Call of Duty or a Battlefield, like there would be like little markers all over the place. It would be like follow or you know go here, do this, go here, do this. And Half Life was very much like it puts you in a room and there's only one exit to that room and you just need to figure out how to get to that exit, you know. And then like once you get out of there, like um, it looks like you have a lot of different ways to go, but there's always kind of like something there that makes you not want to go the way that you don't need to go, you know? So like if you're looking like if you're staring at a street, and you feel like you can either go left or right. You start to go left, and like I don't know, something pops up, like guards start coming out from the alleyway, and you go, oh shit, I need to go the other way, and you go the other way, and it's like the game just kind of like guides you, but doesn't like hold your hand and say you need to go here and you need to do that.
Right.
It really like immerses you into it, and that was like fucking 2004. That's kind of amazing that's how they did it. And this is back when like first person game design had levels still, in the sense of like you started a level, and like when you finished the level it loaded a new level. Whereas Half-Life 2 is like it's a cohesive story that's told in first person the entire way through. At no point do you load into a level. Like, yes, you load a new part of the map, but it doesn't break up the action or anything like that. So
Right.
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but cut to 10 years later, and every game in the world does that shit.
Yeah.
Now, and it's no, I'm talking about it in a like holding your damn hand and not being, you know,
Oh yeah,
um,
yeah.
doing all the negative things that drives us crazy. But I guess until Half-Life 3 gets here, we're just got to deal with it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean, I wish I could tell you exactly what happened with game design. Um,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of that's probably just the
Well,
market
I can tell
and
you.
yeah,
I mean,
um,
they wanted to be able to get to more people,
yeah.
so they made easier games.
hmm Well, and
So,
yeah. I mean, you want everyone that's playing your game to see the end of it. You want to make sure that everybody can get to the end of your game. Whereas before, like, you know, that wasn't that big of a deal. It was kind of like, only the true players get to the end of the game. Um, but I don't. I'm having like a great fucking time playing this, and it just goes to show like how well this game was designed, because 10 years on, like, and like I've been playing Doom 3, and it's a good game, but it feels really dated, and it shows it
yeah.
terribly.
Well,
Um,
come on, man. It's CPU rendered graphics.
um, no, not Doom, just Doom 3.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So the same, game that came out the same year, 2004. Um, that game, like, it's still a fun game, but it has a lot of flaws, and a lot of it is tied to like the really old game design. And you just look at like Half-Life 2, the game that came out the same year, and like just how far ahead of its time it was.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think anybody could pick it up today with a modern shooter mentality and still like play it no problem. I think the only thing that like kind of fucks me up a lot is like, all games nowadays have aim down the sights, and uh, you know you can't do that in Half-Life 2. B, your left, your right mouse trigger is alternate fire. So a lot of times when I have like the SMG, the alternate fire is the grenade launcher, and I'll constantly like fucking just shoot a grenade out for no reason. I'm like, damn it. Those things are kind of hard to come by. Um, so yes, I started playing that, and I just got past Ravenholm, which was probably one of the coolest parts
Yeah.
of that game. Yeah, see, everybody remembers Ravenholm. You don't go to
Yeah.
Ravenholm.
Yeah. We don't go there. Or no. What did she say? We don't.
We
Yeah, she said we don't go to Ravenholm, right?
Yeah, yeah. She like walks by the corridor that goes to Ravenholm. She's like, that one goes to Ravenholm. We don't go there anymore.
Right.
And then when she's running out, like the shit falls. She's like, you gotta go through Ravenholm. It's like, oh, a fucking course.
Yeah. Foreshadowing. Um. No, yeah, dude, because I had the saw blades sitting around, dude. He's
Yeah.
cut those dudes in half with them. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, like the more that I think about that, and the more that I just played that level and whatnot, that's probably one of the greatest levels of all time in any game. It's so well made, it's so like perfectly paced, and like you just got the gravity gun right before that level, and that level like teaches you how to really use it.
Yeah.
and just like taking those saw blades and like getting all the fucking zombies or whatever they're called, like the head lurker zombies. Well, I don't know what you fucking call them.
Yeah.
To like line up in a perfect line, and you shoot that fucking that saw blade at them, and they all just like cut in half. It's just like the most amazing feeling. Um, it also has one of the most annoying enemies in that area, and that's those like crawler zombies that like run around like wild beast. I don't know what you would consider it. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Are they the ones that do they scream
Yeah,
while they're
they like,
running at you?
yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, "Ah," and they kind of
Yeah.
crawl on all fours, and they'll crawl up buildings and whatnot. So if you're up on a building, they'll still come up and get you.
Yeah.
Those things are a pain in the ass. It takes like 4 shots of a shotgun to like really take them down.
Yeah. Or you can get better with the gravity gun. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're so fast that like a lot of times I don't have time to like try and get something with the gravity gun and then shoot it at them. But
I don't know about you, dude, but I used that gravity gun like wherever I could in that game, dude. Like that thing was cool.
no, it
Like that
totally
thing's really
is.
neat.
That it totally is. The thing that sucks though is like after Ravenholm, like you don't get a whole lot of new items to use with it. Like they don't plant saw blades all over the world.
Well, yeah,
Um,
but you can pick up anything though. Like just about anything becomes lethal.
mhm,
When
mhm,
you shoot it with the gravity gun. So like you could just aim the thing at like a pile of rubble and hit the alternate fire to like suck the thing towards
mhm,
you,
mhm.
and and like it'll just pick something up and you just turn towards whatever you're looking at and just shoot it, So it was
I
fun.
like towards the end of the game when you get into I forgot what the like the final thing is called. Um, but when you're going like towards the last boss and whatnot, the gravity gun gets like supercharged, and now you're like picking up enemies and throwing them
Yeah.
at other enemies.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, because they come running at you and you're just like, and you kill them and you fling them.
Mhm.
Oh
I think
man, I really want to play this game now,
I
dude.
know you need to play it, man.
I'm installing it.
Yeah, all right. Yes, I fucking success. um, I think episode 1 starts out like they let you have the gravity gun with that power up still, which is pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
You don't see that a lot in like sequels or anything like that. They're just like, oh, the gravity gun fell when you were hit, and now it only does the normal stuff. Sorry,
Wow.
but if you keep playing, you'll get the power up again, and this is a game. Yay!
Yay.
Uh, but I don't know, man. Like I was just playing it. I got all the way to Highway 17, which is where you get the little dune buggy and you're zooming around with the ant lions. Like a game. Like the more that I play it, the more that like I get to a certain part and I go, oh right, and I start playing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this game was so fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. That game freaking rocks ass. That's why there's so many people want another one,
Mhm.
and it's not gonna happen.
What would you want from a Half-Life 3?
Uh, Things I don't get from current games, which is, good storyline and I didn't. It doesn't even have to have dazzling graphics for me. I don't care about graphics. Even like I have a rig that can play anything on high settings, and if I have, you're moving me. Um, and if I have like a slight jitter on high settings or whatever, I just crank the thing down.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd rather it be smooth. So like even the graphics don't even have to be that great for me. I just want a good story and good gameplay. That's all I care about.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
I don't have if I only have one of those, I can deal. But if I don't have either one of those, forget about it, dude. Like like the games that have come out that are only graphics, and the gameplay sucks and the story is non-existent. I
Hmm.
can't even, dude, I could barely play that shit. You know?
Crisis 3, yeah. I remember.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. That was yeah. Um,
so fucking stupid, man.
I want
Actually, it
that.
wasn't even Crisis 3, dude. I never even played Crisis 3. It was Crisis 2.
I thought you were playing 3.
Nope, it was 2.
Huh. Interesting.
And I,
They're
and
they're
I was
basically the
just like,
same game.
yeah, well, pretty much. And I was just like, dude, I just want to finish this fucking game. The stupid ass game. I'm just gonna cheat.
Hmm.
Just give myself all the shit and just burn through all the levels and hear all the story. Because it just got so fucking monotonous and stupid.
Hmm.
And but then it turns out that you can't even cheat because they fucked that up. So in that game, so whatever.
Um, honestly, the only thing I want from Half-Life 3, well, two things. And part of it is I wanted to go back to what Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2 were, and that's great shooters with great puzzles and great immersion into the story and a good story. Like that's what defines Half-Life to me, is like those four things, melded into one. Because like you get these awesome physics puzzles and whatnot, and not even just physics puzzles, but just puzzles themselves in a Half-Life game that you don't get in other games. You know, and the gunplay is competent and it feels good. I'll say like other games probably do gunplay like a tad bit better, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Like as long as it's competent and good, like awesome. Like it's more of the puzzles that like I'm very interested in. Or I mean, shit, just the gravity gun alone was such a novel experience that like I want something of that same type of caliber.
Right.
Not necessarily a gravity gun. Like if they add that in Half-Life 3, that's great. That's fine. That worked in 2. It'll work just fine in 3. But if they can like take it to another level with like another gun or something like that, that would be really awesome.
Well, it's because you never saw that before.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way in FPS is to interact with your environment was to shoot it or
Mhm.
hit it.
Mhm.
And this thing, it's like you're running around picking stuff up and using your environment as a weapon. It's like, damn, that was fucking cool. Um. So yeah, you didn't have that before.
Right.
So,
So I would hope that like Half-Life 3 has something like that kind of pushes that barrier more. Um,
that's probably why it's not confirmed. Gabe is just sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck the next cool thing's gonna be.
right. Half-Life 3 is Gordon Freeman just playing Dota 2.
Oh god. And mining bitcoins.
Yeah.
Reading Reddit.
So
Getting all fat.
I want those two things. I want the classic immersion that you get with a Half-Life game. And another thing, like the facial models in Half-Life 2 are like fucking jaw dropping even today. Like they all look good. They all react really well. Like it's believable. It's
Right.
like it doesn't feel robotic. It doesn't feel like wooden or stilted. Like Alex especially, feels like almost a real person. Almost like it's still uncanny valley. Like I'm not an idiot. I can tell the difference. But like even just compared to like the things you see nowadays, like just her animations alone are really well done. So that same type of immersion that the Half-Life games are well known for, and then a good story, but specifically, I want them to finally tie together Portal and Half-Life. I want to see what that
Oh
like
yeah.
tie-in is exactly.
That'd be
I don't
kind of
want to
neat.
get like fucking stupid hammy with it or anything like that, but I would like to see something to that effect that gives us a few more answers to it all. Like you don't have to spoil the whole thing. Like we know that both of these, games take place in the same universe, and know that Aperture Science and Black Mesa Research Facility were like competitors or whatever you want to call it. Like I've just like that really interests me, and I really want to see what is there. You know, I want to see.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be
I want to
pretty
see.
cool.
I want to see you finding out that Aperture sabotaged Black Mesa, and that's what caused the rip
Yeah,
in the dimensions and whatnot. You know,
that'd be fucked up.
that's the twist. So,
Yeah, really.
um, I don't know. I want more Half-Life, and like I don't want to be that person on the internet that's all like, "Oh, Half-Life 3, like Half-Life 3 confirmed." I just come on, Valve, count to 3. Like I don't want to be that
Oh,
guy. What?
dude, we do have a Half-Life 3 confirmed right here.
How so?
We're talking about Half-Life 2, and we only have 3 games on our now playing list.
God damn it, Kyle! Don't do that.
Half-Life 3
Oh,
confirmed.
man. um.
No, I had a good one the last time. What was it? It was
Oh shit! I don't remember. It was.
Oh, wasn't it that it was 10 years and 3 days? Like we missed the thing by actual 3 days.
Oh, it was. Yeah, when we were talking about Doom 3.
Yeah.
Last time we
Oh,
missed.
yeah, that's right. It was 10 years, Doom 3, Half-Life 3
Yeah,
confirmed.
yeah. Yeah, because we missed the 10-year anniversary of Doom 3 by 3 days. Doom
Yeah.
3, Half-Life, yeah.
Yep,
So,
perfect. That's
um,
it right there.
so, what was I gonna say? I don't remember anymore. I want another Half-Life, man. Like that's probably one of my favorite series. Half-Life 2 is probably one of my favorite games. Like I've beaten that game multiple times, and that's how I know it's good because I don't.
Replay it.
Yeah, like I don't like I normally beat a game and I might replay half of it if it was like good, like or great. But I don't normally beat games twice or more than that. I've probably beaten Half-Life 2 like 4 times, over the course of 10 years. And every time like I go back and like like I was just telling you earlier, like I get to that part and I go, "Oh man, this part's awesome." Or I get to Ravenholm and I go, "Fuck yeah, this is like the best part." You know, there's just like the game is full of such great things, and I know that like Half-Life 3 would be the same. I would hope, you know, especially after 10 years and no sequel, and all this hype built up around it. Like hopefully it would be the greatest, but I don't know. Maybe that's all hyperbole.
Yeah.
We'll find out. So
Um.
what are you gonna say?
Oh no. I have faith that if and when they do put out a Half-Life 3, it'll be just as good. They don't put out they're like Blizzard used to be. They don't put out bad games.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Gabe won't allow it. So
Well, the thing that sucks about Valve now is, they're running Steam and like that's already like a fucking cash source in and of itself. So they don't have to make games. Like
yeah,
they
just have to sell games.
Yeah, they just have to provide the distribution unit for you to for developers to sell their games and people to buy them. So they don't have to make games. And then plus on top of that, like you've got Dota 2 and Team Fortress 2, which are both free games that make them a assload of money. Plus Counter-Strike Go makes them an assload of money. Like you've got these 3 games that 2 of them are free to play, one of them is only $15, and they make them an assload of money on top of this thing called Steam that's already making them more money. Like they don't have to fucking make anything. They've already done all the work. They're good. They're set. Like the only thing they have to worry about is if for whatever fucking reason Origin gets better than Steam. Which probably won't happen.
Shit.
Probably
Have you seen Origin?
Yeah. It probably won't happen, but it could happen, and it will happen if Steam doesn't, Valve doesn't stay on top of their game, making sure that Steam's a great service, But I mean, I just want another Half-Life. So this is my message to the world. It'll be put on my. If I die before Half-Life 3 is ever released. Can you have my tombstone engraved with "He just wanted here lies"?
He just wanted Half-Life 3.
He just wanted another Half-Life. It doesn't even have to be Half-Life 3. He just wanted another Half-Life. So, um, but
How long was it from Half-Life 1 to Half-Life 2?
let's see, 98 to 2004. That's 6 years.
Hmm. Well
So,
past that.
hmm yeah, we're 7 years from Half-Life 2 Episode 2,
Oh,
which
okay.
would be considered the last release of a Half-Life. So,
Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep thinking that
yeah,
Half-Life 2.
yeah. Um,
Oh, this will be cool, man. Like, I'll play through Half-Life 2, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember this and that. And then have two new games in Half-Life, in Episode 1 and 2. Badass.
you lucky fucking bastard! I hope you die.
I did that right.
You're
See,
essentially,
I
yeah, you're
knew I
essentially
was
getting
hanging
what I
on to those
want.
for the future.
You're essentially doing what I wanted, what I
Yeah.
want. Um,
Man, I'm really getting my money's worth out of that game, too. I bought that shit 10 years ago. I still haven't finished it.
it's the game that keeps on giving.
Yep.
All right. So anyway, the other game I was playing was Wolfenstein, the version that came out in 2009, which was kind of like a reboot, and is actually the new Wolfenstein that just came out. The New Order is actually a sequel to this one. I don't really have much to say on it right at the moment because I haven't played a whole lot of it. I've just kind of been fiddling around with it. It's an interesting game, developed by Raven Software. Those guys have been, working like they've been in business for a long time, doing like really kind of. They're kind of like a good B movie studio in that their games aren't always like super popular, but they're always trying stuff really different and really interesting. So, um, I don't know. I'm always interested to see what they're doing, but it's cool. I'll let you know if I play any more of it. Any questions on it?
Cool. On to Wolfenstein, no. I can't wait to see how well you can beat the last guy.
You're talking. You keep thinking this is hilarious because you keep thinking about Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Is that what you're thinking of?
No,
What are you thinking of?
the original Wolfenstein 3D game.
Oh, you're thinking. Okay, you're thinking of Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the
So
hell are you?
I'm talking about the new one from 2009 that I was just fucking explaining.
Fuck. Well, no, I got confused because when I was at your place, we were
Yeah.
playing that. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we were playing
Yeah, I keep getting
Wolfenstein 3D.
confused because I keep thinking that the last Wolfenstein was Return to Castle Wolfenstein,
Mm-hmm.
which apparently came out in 2002 or one.
2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one that came out in 2009 that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's actually like from what I've played of it, it's like a pretty okay game. Like it didn't win any awards. It's not going to win any awards, but it's competent and it's kind of neat. It plays with like different mechanics where you can like slow down time and go through walls and stuff like that. Like,
Man, what the fuck, dude? How did I miss that shit? It was released on my birthday.
was it really?
Yeah. Fucking.
I don't know. How'd you miss it?
I don't know. I'm retarded. It's 2009. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that the WoW hole?
No.
What?
That was a completely different hole.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you
On a lighter note,
do.
we'll skip past that, and I want to talk about. So we'll jump into news. We're gonna do news this week because we couldn't really think of a topic to talk about. And
Yeah, we tried for an hour. It didn't work.
yeah, I guess there's better news this week than last week. Although a lot of the stuff that I'm reading this week was last week's news. So what the fuck do I know?
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Thanks for watching the Extra Life show, guys. It's been great. Boom.
Well, at least the name would get out there. They'd be like, man,
Cut
kills
down in his
himself.
prime. Oh shit.
Oh man, I apologize to any retards that I offended for saying the word retard again. This is the third time I've said it.
Dude,
Anyway,
if
what?
the retards get offended because
Don't call 'em
because
so-
you said retard, that's their problem.
don't say the retards. You can't say that.
Why? It's like
Because
anything. You can say the retards. You can say the whites. You can say
say it.
the
Say it.
guys. You can say the girls. You can say anything. Man. It's not.
Oh man. It
It's
like
not.
change it changes the entire tone of the conversation when I go, yeah, black people, uh really like Jordan shoes. But if I were to say the blacks really like Jordan
Oh,
shoes,
Kyle,
see, exactly. It's like
Kyle,
you put
no.
the. It's
You crossed the line. You crossed the line. I'm telling you, man. That that was a line. You crossed it. It's over for you, friend.
Don't you tell me what line I've crossed. You don't know where the line is. I've walked on that line for 30 years.
Oh shit. We're
I,
dumb.
I want to restart this podcast as like a grizzled detective. It's like, so Kyle, what have you been playing this week? I've been playing your fucking life.
That's brilliant. Oh shit.
Anyway,
Tune in next week when we do
uh,
impressions.
I'm gonna run through this news story real quick. Hopefully I don't fuck anything up.
Too late.
So Valve updated Dota 2 to support Steam Workshop, and let's see here. A user was rifling through all the assets of the game, the code and everything like that, and everything is now everything is the same name that it was previously, but now it all has number 2 behind it. So that's leading everyone to believe that Valve has done a soft launch on the Source 2 engine. Ooh. Now I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, and honestly, I didn't find it newsworthy at first because I was like, if you look at the Source engine, which launched with Half-Life 2, and you look at the Source engine now, which the most recent release minus Dota 2 was probably Counter-Strike Go, like Counter-Strike Go is like leaps and bounds ahead of what Half-Life 2 was in terms of graphics. Would you agree?
Yeah. Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it looks great. It's more modern. It's got all the tiny little HD details and whatnot that make it a good engine.
Yeah, it actually has like things that look like they're actually on the ground instead of just a texture laid over a shape.
Yeah. Exactly. It's funny how good Half-Life 2 looks and then how fucking disgusting Half-Life 2 looks in certain areas. Like you get up close to consoles sometimes and you're like, "Oh, they really didn't even try on this one. They were just like, here you go. That's a computer, I guess. It kind of looks like it."
There was a room in that big building that you end up going through, and I seem to recall this. I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to recall this, but as you're going through the thing, there was I distinctly remember there being a room that I walked in and there was jack shit in it, like nothing, And I remember thinking, I was like, I wonder if they just missed this one, like they just forgot to put shit in there, Because every other room you were walking, you go into, there's computer consoles and all kinds of shit, everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of that was just the engine at the time and the PCs at the time. Like if they would have put too much in a lot of those rooms, like plus high res.
Then why have the room?
textures.
Why even have the damn door? You could just texture. You could just take the damn door out and put a wall there, and nobody would ever know that there's an actual room there.
Well, hopefully they fired that asshole. I don't know.
I'm gonna be looking for that when I do my playthrough. Yep.
So anyway, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, especially after talking about Half-Life 2 and the possibility, what Half-Life 3 would be, they found all this stuff in the Dota 2 code that made it look like it was the same game, but everything had changed. And they kind of rifled through more of the code, and they found things in, actually I think it was like the Steam database or something like that, or something in the code. And I apologize. There's a video online. If you go to Polygon, you can find the video of it. But specifically, they found information in there about Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, and like games like CS:GO, Team Fortress 2. Half-Life 2, and a lot of like Portal 2, like all the Valve games being ported over to the Source 2 engine and everything like that. Um, Specifically, I just wanted to bring this up because Valve is also going to Gamescom, which is essentially the European E3, and like Valve doesn't normally go to trade shows, so I'm getting kind of excited. Are
Don't
you?
don't don't do that. Don't
As a
do it
little
to
bit.
yourself.
As a little bit.
I
Can I get a little bit?
I don't like doing that to myself. But yes, I am actually.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I kind of always knew that they've been working on, Half-Life 3 and other stuff, but like we were saying earlier, like they don't really have to.
Yeah.
They've done it all. They've got enough money
Yeah, but I
for.
mean, come on, come on,
Come on,
come on.
come on.
You know,
I don't know.
they gotta have it. They got to.
I don't know.
They
I don't
can't
know.
leave us hanging.
I don't know.
You know.
Either way, it looks like they're at least doing something. It looks like they'll be at Gamescom, and if they just announced Source 2 engine and like all of its special features, like that's great, that's cool. I'm really not looking for a Half-Life 3 confirmation at all. I don't expect it, but it's just cool to know that Valve is still fiddling around with making games, that aren't Dota 2 or Team
Right.
Fortress 2 or Counter Strike.
Yeah,
So
but I gotta tell you, that free to play model though, man.
I mean,
Whoever came up with that is flat out genius.
yeah,
I
no,
mean,
like
those games make so much money.
it's pretty fucking amazing what, like, I don't want to suck Valve's dick metaphorically here, but like,
Too late.
yeah, I know, right? It's mind-boggling, like how well their free-to-play architecture has worked for them.
Yeah.
Um, that's just nuts.
Yeah.
So,
Microtransactions, dude. I'm telling
outside of that, we have EA announced EA Access for Xbox One.
you. Yay.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No, I don't. Come on, man. I don't pay attention to consoles.
All right, let me read the press release on it real quick. Following the success of Xbox Live Gold and PlayStation Plus, EA has unveiled its own Xbox One exclusive subscription dubbed EA Access. Those who spend $5 per month or $30 per year on an EA Access subscription will be granted free all-you-can-play access to the publisher's biggest Xbox One games, including Battlefield 4, Peggle 2, FIFA 14, and Madden NFL 25. EA plans to add to the selection of games over time, and according to a Game Informer tweet, I'm reading this off a joystick, by the way. The publisher has no plans to remove content in the future. In addition to the gratuitous games, EA Access members receive 10% discounts on all EA Digital Xbox One content and are granted access to big EA releases up to 5 days prior to their official debut.
Sounds like you get access to a bunch of games nobody wants to play.
Mm-hmm. Well, so there's a couple more on here, but really I just wanted to touch on the fact that specifically in the very interesting point of this article, or of this whole situation, is so this is an Xbox One exclusive at the moment. And I say at the moment because this sounds like a service that should have launched on Origin. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean,
that Origin when lend itself better to a service like this.
right, an ecosystem that EA controls. You know.
Yeah. As you know, as opposed to the consoles. But who knows?
Hmm.
I mean, you may see it. On Origin. Gotta hope not. But
I think at the end of the day, I think eventually this will make it to Origin because they've been kind of stepping up their game with Origin. They're giving out free games like every couple of months and whatnot with their on the house promotion. They're giving out free trials and whatnot with another promotion that they're doing. That's how I played Titanfall
uh,
a couple months ago and everything. So like it just strikes me as a little odd that they went to consoles first instead of using doing this on their own platform. Um, but I guess maybe they feel like they'll get more money on the console market with these types of games or something. The other interesting thing was this was actually offered to Sony, and Sony passed on it because they didn't feel like it was a good enough. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Good enough deal for their customers.
uh,
Didn't bring enough value to the table for the type of value that customers are used to on with PlayStation.
well, I mean, come on, dude. Sony customers, they're not used to getting value.
Oh, shut up! They are too, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like I've had
I
PlayStation
hate
Plus.
Sony.
I know you do. We went over this before, but I've had PlayStation Plus for quite a few years, and it's honestly one of the best services I've ever had. I get free games all the time, and it's only $50 a month or $50 a year. Sorry, that's a pretty good deal. Um, and that was the other thing. A lot of people were speculating that Sony didn't want this on PlayStation because it was going to be in direct competition with uh, PlayStation Plus. So I don't know. I think it's kind of neat that they're doing this. I think at the current moment, like it's not really that great because it only covers one console, a console I don't have, and that a lot of people don't have. And it only includes 4 games at the moment. Granted, Battlefield 4 was just released last year, so that's kind of a pretty big game to have on there. Peggle 2 was last year. Actually, all of these games were last year. Battlefield 4 being a really big one, and I guess Madden. I don't know if people still play Madden. Plus getting discounts on any EA games you get. I mean, that's pretty neat. But I don't really see it as I don't see it as in its current form. I don't really see it being that valuable to anybody. Um, if they were to bring this to say Origin, and they've got like a huge back catalog of old EA games, and they added that access in there and sort of use it as sort of like maybe a Netflix type of service, that would be pretty awesome. But I don't know if that'll ever actually happen. What do you think?
Um, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Truth be told, I don't think that much of it. So,
Well, but I mean,
um,
wouldn't you enjoy a service where you get free games?
am I paying monthly for it? No, I
Um,
wouldn't.
Honestly, this is not a bad deal as far as the price goes. If more is added and they don't take as much away, like $5 a month is like pretty standard for just about anything. It's specifically the $30 a year. That's a pretty good deal. Um,
Well, yeah,
even for just these 4 games, like $30 will get you probably Battlefield or Madden and FIFA. Like that's it. And that's individually. That's not like all 3 of those combined. Like
right.
you go to the store right now, Battlefield, FIFA, and Madden are probably $30 each. So $30 for the entire year would get you those games plus Peggle 2 plus whatever games they add to it. Like that's not a bad service. And fuck you, dude. You pay $15 a month for fucking WoW. What are you talking about?
Um. Well, wow. I mean, come on. Well,
I got you there. Say it.
no, not
Say
really.
it.
WoW's different.
No, it's not different.
Um. Well, it's a hand-picked game for one, but I mean, it kind of, I don't know, kind of feels like a little bit of a desperation move.
You think so?
Yeah, I just don't see them selling their games that well. I mean, I don't have anybody in my circle of, in my circle of friends that have ever talked about like playing FIFA,
Well,
or
FIFA.
Madden,
Okay,
or
hold on,
or
hold on.
they're big games. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Like
FIFA.
Battlefield, sure, but
hmm Think about it
uh,
this way, like FIFA. I mean, soccer is like the biggest sport in the world, and I'm sure this is going to be like a worldwide,
oh sure,
promotion or not. I don't want to say promotion service. So FIFA kind of makes sense in that like a lot of people play soccer. I mean, shit. Just look at the World Cup. Like that shit was all over the place for the fucking month that it was on and whatnot. And a
right.
lot of that's because like we Americans don't really give a shit about soccer until the World Cup is on. So
And then we still don't give a shit.
yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, FIFA probably you look at that and you go, why the fuck are they giving out FIFA? Who cares about that? But like, if this is going to like fucking South America or Europe, like they're like, fuck, right, FIFA, awesome. They're looking at this and going, why the fuck are we getting Madden? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know. Um, Although I'm looking at it and going, I don't fucking care about Madden anymore.
Yeah, really. 'Cause
Never really did. I was more of a 2K guy. But
I I don't play sports games, Like I don't like playing sports games.
I had my fun with them.
I don't know.
They
I never
were.
have. Like, oh, let's fire up the Nintendo and play baseball. It's like, fuck yeah, there's a baseball diamond right outside,
I'm gonna go outside and play
Let's
baseball.
go outside and play baseball.
like, dude, there was a good period there, like between 2002 and 2005. Actually, it was 01 to 04. The games were 2002, 2005, or 2005. That football games were just fucking amazing, and like every year they were doing something new and innovative, and like it was just like it was a great time to like enjoy football games,
Hmm.
just for like the content that you were getting, and I mean, football's like really interesting to play because you can play it out in the park with your friends and everything like that, but at the end of the day, like if you want to get into like the nuance of like the the strategy, like I mean, football is in a roundabout sense kind of like chess, right?
Yeah.
You know, so playing with your friends, like you kind of get that, but you kind of don't get that. Um, because like Billy can run, but he doesn't know what a fucking slant is. He's like, I'm just gonna run to the touchdown. You know what you're supposed to do? Run to the touchdown? He's like, yeah, Billy, but like that dude's gonna hit you, and he knows you're gonna just run straight. So like, try and go to the left a little bit. Um, that's the simplified version, obviously, but you get the idea. Um, yeah, I dabbled in it for quite a bit, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun with football games, and then Madden bought the exclusive rights to the NFL license, and it fucking sucked after that
Huh.
because nobody had to challenge them because they had the exclusive rights. So whatever. Will pointed out that he was more of a Blitz guy. I will say I really enjoyed NFL Blitz. That was always fun. Did you ever play
Yeah, it
NFL
was
Blitz?
okay. I
Yeah, it's
did play a
okay.
little bit.
Yeah, it's just okay.
I don't like sports games, dude. Like,
Fuck you, man.
even
You're
though,
coming over and playing Blitz, and we're gonna have a fun. We're gonna get Blitz, and then we're gonna play Blitz. It's gonna be great.
no, it won't.
I'm sorry.
uh,
Have I ever showed you a bad time?
do you want the truth on air?
I want the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Okay. No, you haven't.
um,
Still not gonna have fun playing a fucking sports game, though, man. I I don't know. It's just something. Even when I was a kid, dude, just something I've never enjoyed.
mhm.
So, whatever. I mean, I'll play it with you, and then I'll just be bored out of my fucking mind. And you'll
So,
beat the shit out of me too. So I'll be like, whatever. Hope you had fun. You
oh,
know.
man. Well, so besides that, I mean, do you have any hope for EA access?
I mean, it doesn't affect me.
I mean, it could though.
You
Like I'm
know, I
saying,
mean,
I have all like I don't see any reason why this wouldn't come to Origin. I'm actually more surprised the fact that it didn't come to Origin. You know,
I
that's
mean,
weird.
they're probably gonna check it. Gonna check it out on their Xbox, and if it does well,
Hmm.
then they'll probably move it to Origin. Um, I mean, I don't think I would be subscribing to it
Yeah.
because they just don't have enough games that I would want to play.
Hmm.
So
Well, I mean, they're gonna have more games. Like they're gonna add more games, and I don't know. Like at some point they could add like I don't know if it'll ever stretch outside of like EA's actual games or anything like that. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't because it's a publisher specific. I would like to see this type of service on like everything. I want like a Netflix for games type of service. That's what I want.
mm,
And I hope that eventually at some point we get that. I think it'd be really neat.
you mean like they used to do when they rented games in video rental stores? You remember that shit?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Speaking of video game rentals, have you heard about this PlayStation Now?
No.
It's PlayStation Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they just started open beta on the PS4, and essentially it's cloud-based gaming. You're just streaming PS3 games to your PS4, and the service itself right now is a little lackluster in that it doesn't have like a whole lot of variety, but that's why they're calling it an open beta, you know.
Mm.
But I was watching some videos on it today, and it looks extremely better than I thought it would. You know, they said that in order to have like a good experience, you only had to have like a 5 megabyte internet connection, and I was like, that doesn't sound good at all. That sounds horrible. Um, but I've heard that it works well enough. There's not a whole lot of latency. Like you can tell that it's being streamed, and everything of that sort. But it's for being early in the works and everything like that. Like the tech is there. The tech is there, and I think that's like one of the big things. That's pretty cool.
Mm.
Um, the prices though are not. Well, I don't know. The prices are kind of okay, but the prices are kind of weird. Like specifically, like so your options on most games are kind of like you have a 4 hour rental period, you have a 7 day rental period, you have a 30-day rental period, and a 90-day rental period. And the biggest like confusion is it's like $3 for 4 hours and $6 for 7 days. And it's like, who the fuck is gonna like?
Wow.
Why would you buy 4 hours? Like, what game can you even play for 4 hours?
Well,
And
they got to offer it because that makes them a butt ton of money.
yeah, I
So
honestly I think it's just there to make the 7 day one look better.
it could be, but it would also make them a butt ton of money. Anybody that does that,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know.
Um,
It's like it's like the freaking chicken nuggets at McDonald's, you know, that are right now 25 cents.
right,
A
right.
nugget,
Hmm.
right? Well, that makes the 4-piece chicken nugget like insanely expensive, right?
Hmm.
And the 10-piece a much better option. Obviously, they're pushing 10-piece nuggets, right?
Yeah.
But the 20-piece is still the same.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like that didn't go down in price.
Yeah. That's
So, because the 10-piece is 250.
that's that's sales for you. That makes sense.
Yep. I saw right through that one. I was just like, you fucking idiots. But
um,
yeah. Anyway.
Oh, and Will's pointing out specifically like Final Fantasy 13-2 is $30 for a 90-day rental. You can just go out and buy it for less than that,
Nice.
you know. Um, so yeah, that's kind of messed up. At the same time, if you're looking at using your PS4 to play these games, you can't just go out and buy it and stick it in your PS4 and play it because it's not backwards compatible. So I guess like
Well,
in that sense it kind of works, but hey, what are you gonna do? I'm interested to see what happens from here. Like I'm really excited for the service. I just it sounds like the tech part of it works, and that's awesome to hear because that was probably my biggest fear at first was it was going to be so laggy and like so compressed and pixelated that it would just play and look like shit, and it's like who's going to want to do anything on that?
right.
So I think the fact that that works really well, that makes me more excited for them to fucking get their shit together with this pricing and this selection and stuff like that. So, would you like to? I mean, does that interest you? Would you like to see something like that for I don't know, Steam or anything?
For Steam, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would probably, yeah, I'd be subscribing to it on Steam, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's plenty of games on Steam that I think, yeah, maybe, no, not doing that.
What if something like EA Access came to Steam, and not necessarily even EA, like let's say Activision, or I'm trying to think of like another big publisher like Deep Silver. That's not really a big publisher, but you get the idea. Like what if a service like that came to Steam?
Well, then it would be on Steam.
So you wouldn't. So you're not really for the publisher only specific thing. You're more for the.
I don't like everything by a single publisher, so
what if
it would be a niche thing? It would be like, okay, Activision, all right, is my WoW subscription in that? No, okay. I can't think of anything else, any other titles by Activision that I'd play.
Call of Duty, bro?
I did that one time for you. One time.
You'll do it again if I ask. You'll do anything I ask. Because you love me. What about something like a PlayStation Plus, where you get, free games every month? They're not publisher specific. They're just kind of like whatever deal they've got concocted up, and then you also get like discounts and whatnot. Would you go for something like that on Steam? Would you pay $50 a month for?
Would I pay $50 a month for? Fuck no.
No, I'm sorry, not 50. I keep saying that. I got to stop saying that. $50 a year.
Okay, I'd probably go for that a little bit more. Yeah, $50 a month. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I know, right?
I won't even have a cell phone for $50 a month, dude.
Yeah,
But I don't like monthly subscription based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this model that we've gotten into, where every single month it's everybody wants to take a bite out of your ass every month. That I've worked hard to get to where I'm not doing that. I mean, I do it for certain things. WoW, and well, I did have to re-get a phone. So, but I mean, there's certain things you can't get away from, but most things you can, and that's what I got. And that's what I did. So.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I'm kind of in the same boat with you there and whatnot. In fact, I ended up letting my PlayStation Plus subscription lapse because I've been playing my PlayStation less and less.
Right.
And even though like the games that they're offering are like really good games, a lot of them I already have I already have them on Steam, or like I can get them for pretty cheap whenever sales come around, because I'm a thrifty buyer, so I've let it lapse on my PlayStation because I don't feel like paying the $50 right now. But I mean, I think they're really good deals and good services and whatnot, and I hope that more companies attempt this type of offers and everything, because I mean it's very like pro consumer, and I think that's probably the best part about it is you're not really getting locked out. Like like EA is not saying, okay, well, you can only get all of our new games through this, program. Our PlayStation's not like, all right, well, you can only get certain, you know, things through this program. Like you're not really getting locked out of anything. If anything, you're getting more and more benefits. So that's probably the best part, I think, about all of these new services that are coming out. But they're definitely still in their infancy, and they've got a while to go before they become really great things. So,
Well, I mean that's how anything really great starts small, baby steps. So I mean, Steam when it first came out was absolute shit, and I remember going, "Who the fuck's gonna use that?"
Right? Yeah, that's so. I love that story about Steam too, man. That's like one of my favorite stories. Especially now when you look at the internet and like half the people on there, like were never even using Steam in the old days, myself included. I'm not gonna lie, like I wasn't there for the old days,
Right.
and it's hilarious, like how much of a piece of shit Steam was, and like how much everybody just fucking hated it, and then eventually like it tried to do everything better, and it kept getting better, and like eventually, like I mean now it's like the de facto standard, and like honestly I don't think PC gaming would be where it is today without Steam.
Hell no.
I think,
dude, we'd still be stuck 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Buying discs at GameStop.
Yeah, with CD keys and having to have the disc in the drive and everything like that. Like,
oh fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I never did that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what 10 years can bring. Once again, another thing that's 10 years old. 2004 is a big year.
Yeah, no shit. It revolutionized everything. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, everybody's got their own little version of Steam now. You got Uplay and Origin, and there's a few other random ones that I've seen. And I'm like, well, I ain't installing that shit. Mm-hmm. I get tired of installing extra shit just to play a fucking game.
Yeah.
So.
But
yeah, I digress.
Well, awesome. Anything else you wanted to say on the matter of the EA Access, PlayStation Now, Source 2? I'm just saying words anymore. Just anything?
I've pretty much said my piece. Like I said, I don't think too much of either one of those really. So, but yeah.
Cool. What's it going to look like for us for the coming weeks? Anything you want to play?
Well, I'm going to burn down Half-Life 2.
Yeah, finally.
Well, come on now. I didn't just... God dang, Always freaking slack, you shit.
Don't get so mad. It's going to be okay, Kyle.
I'm pissed off!
Well, cool. You want to play Half-Life 2 then?
Yeah.
Well, while you go ahead and play Half-Life 2, and we'll talk about Half-Life 2 next week. On top of this week, I think I'm going to download Rage and play that.
Rage. Which one was it?
That was the most recent id Software release. That was 2011, I think, was when it came out, or 2012, one of the two.
Was that like a post-apocalyptic game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looks kind of like Borderlands.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of got like a bit of a, I don't want to say cartoonish, but it's got a very interesting art style to it.
Black edges on everything.
Yeah,
it's like a comic book.
Yeah. I know where you're coming at, or going. Yeah. So yeah, that was because I've been kind of going on this whole id Software train, with Doom and Wolfenstein and everything like that. Unfortunately, not Quake. I never did buy Quake.
You should play freaking Heretic in Hexen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
That was good stuff, man. I remember playing that shit. I loved the hell out of that game.
That was made by Raven Software, as I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
So, telling you, man, those guys are fucking like those guys are the real hard workers, the blue collar guys of game development. Like
Hell yeah, dude.
their games don't get enough praise, but they always try something new and interesting.
Yep.
So, um, all right, well, I'll either check those out or I'll check out Rage. I'll probably check out Heretic and Hexen because those are not going to be as big of installs as Rage is. Rage is like 20 gigabytes.
Ooh.
Yeah, in fact, I had it on my computer before. I bought it during a sale, and I played like the first level of it, and I was like, I'll come back to this, and then it sat on my computer, and I was like, I'm going to delete this because it's taking up a lot of space.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'm going to play one of those, or all of them. We'll see. While you play Half-Life.
Yay.
Half-Life.
Yeehaw.
Half-Life.
Yeah, I'll play Half-Life, play the episodes finally after 10 years. Wee.
Are you gonna play them legit, or are you gonna put on some cheat codes to run yourself
Fuck
through it?
cheat codes, man. Come on now. What do you think of me, really?
I
Come on.
think you're gonna turn on cheat codes so you can get
I
to
have
the
not turned on fucking cheat codes. What the hell? I don't cheat.
All right, all right.
I didn't turn on cheat codes for the original game.
I remember when I played the Xbox version, up, down, down, left, right, A, B select, or I guess start select, which would be start back on the Xbox, would give you like an extra 25 of health, and I would use that a lot. So that's a confession I need to make here live on the air.
Puss.
Sorry. Yep. Cool. I guess that's our show. I don't really have anything else to talk about this week.
Yeah, it was a slow week, so.
It was, but I think we had a good conversation about Half-Life because I just got more excited about it.
Yeah, Half-Life 3.
Honestly, at some point, I need to play something else that isn't like an old school shooter or a shooter made from like an old school developer. Like, I gotta play something else. I've been playing nothing. Like the most different thing I've played was Fez. That's just like a new old school platformer. Like I gotta do something.
Right.
So at some point, I think I'll try a different game. Maybe I'll try an RTS or something.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I suck at those.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know what we could play.
What?
It's called Supreme Commander.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we'll be playing that in the coming weeks.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die. You're so dead.
Yeah, because I don't know how to play RTSs, so of course you're gonna kill me.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna kill you bad.
So that's gonna wrap up this week's episode of the Extra Live Show. Like I said earlier, if you want to check us out on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Extra Lives Show, all one word. Not really sure what we're going to be doing on there just yet, but I want to start some live streams and everything like that, and we've been talking a little bit, seeing what we can do. So just, watch closely. We'll let you know.
Yay.
We're here every week. So I gotta say,
next week, I promise.
I gotta say, like, I'm pretty proud of us here, Kyle. Like, it's been 5 weeks and we've been here every week. The worst that we had was last week where we had some shit coming up and we didn't do it until Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well,
So
kudos
you
to
had
us.
kids and I had nosebleeds, so.
You gotta stop doing that cocaine. It's terrible for you.
Telling you, dude. But I need it, so there.
I just need it, so can't stop.
Can't
stop, won't stop.
Not stopping. Nope. Gonna keep going.
All right, so I don't know. Check us out next week for episode 0.5, and then after that, we'll be up to we'll be up to episode 1. You can download the audio version on iTunes. Yada yada yada. I'm gonna call it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming and talking to me, Kyle. I love you.
I love you too.
Everyone have a great night.
Weehaw!